Welcome back, denizens of the Omniverse, for episode 8 of season 6 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Let's get ready to hop in. If you want to see the full-length reaction, get early access, or submit your own comments, questions, or fun facts for me to read at the end of these episodes, you can do all that over on Patreon. Over there, you get the same thing for all the other shows and movies we cover on the channel. You also could suggest and vote on what movies to react to each month. This is a great way to support the channel, help us do things you do over here. But at the end of the day, I really appreciate it. Enjoy this reaction. To least leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if not already, because it really helps these videos out. Huge shout out to the team over at Prepper for helping me edit down these highlights for you guys here on YouTube. That all sent out of the way, let's go ahead and hop into episode 8, Collision Course Part 1. Here we go.
I'm telling you, this bucket of bolts will never survive a hyper jump.
This ship is solid. Survived 2 Carbona solar storms. I'd say the odds are even.
Good enough.
Ooh, so what, 50-50 if they're even?
The odds aren't very good.
They never are they? So,
That's a very, very good point.
we can spend the rest of our lives on the run, light years away from home.
Well,
Yeah, when you put it like
I'd be
that.
happy with you anywhere.
Oh, you
But I'm sick
too.
of space.
Yeah, I love how he's like, me too. Oh, god damn it. Of course we can't have it happen yet. Yeah, with this being a part 1 of a part 2, well, I presume a part 2. Well, obviously there's going to be a part 2, but out of a, part 1 of 2 is what I meant. Oh, wait, it worked. Oh, I thought it ramped down and didn't work. Never mind. But yeah, this collision course, as it calls it, and Sarge being like, their maker is coming. It's totally gotta be her, man.
My truck and my crew.
First, I need to know what your plan is.
My plan is to stop it.
How can those S.H.I.E.L.D. creatures destroy an entire planet?
They're paving the way for their creator.
I'm not very fluent in vague.
I like that.
The S.H.I.E.L.D., their hosts, are gathering at this location. That's where the beast will appear. When it does, I need to be there.
What happens when it appears?
I kill it. Keys.
What kind of beast are we talking about here? A mega bat?
Agents May and Johnson will be going with you.
I said my crew.
They're your crew now. You can have one of yours.
No deal. I'll just stay here and watch your planet die.
You'll die with it then.
You came all this way just to lose again.
Yeah, calling his bluff.
So I'm pretty sure you'd be willing to leave one behind, but not 2. I guarantee you come back. But when this is done, you and I are going to have a very unvague conversation about who you are and where you're from. Now pick one.
There we go. Oh, looks like she's tagging along.
Okay, well, I know what you do. You just kind of glare all steely-eyed like that and then beat people senseless. What about you?
I'm a hacker. You hack off limbs.
Oh, no, calm down. Why did you get so excited about that, you psycho?
Can you handle weapons? You good in a fight?
I can handle myself.
Okay, kind of keeping a couple things in the cards.
This is why I need my crew. Pax is the only one who can fix this.
Shrike repellent.
Call it what you want, but without it, they'll be all over us.
I know someone who can fix it.
No.
Yes! Yes, you will.
He's my board of directors, my masseuse. These people all need me.
Then
Your
help us save them.
masseuse.
Because if this goes south, they'll all be dead.
You're like doomsday magnets that's just attracting all this negative energy, and it's because your vibrations are off.
What? Shut the Mac. Deke.
Okay, here's the deal. You go on this mission, and I stay quiet about why I became a shareholder.
Oh.
2% of your company. And I keep my mouth shut about what I saw inside your virtual perv world.
Okay, Mac, I hate to disappoint you, but what you saw was just a design glitch.
My ass.
Oh, well, I could probably just do you a favor then. I'll go.
It's okay, I'll find someone else.
No.
10% you stop stealing S.H.I.E.L.D. tech.
You strike a hard bargain.
Extortion. And it's not cool.
You really can't throw that card around right now, buddy. Yeah, that's my reaction as well.
Whoa, what are you doing?
You look like you have a beautiful soul.
Thank you.
Not what she means. That's nothing pleasant, buddy.
Hacker, with me.
I'm okay back here.
I need an extra pair of eyes in front. Motor mouth is busy, and last time Smiles was up there. You don't trust me, I don't trust you. So take a seat in front or tell your boss to send me someone useful.
I don't know why I don't know why we're being so abrasive right now on our front. Like, after we've agreed to this, I know it's a shitty situation, but like, it's the mission. Deal with it. Move.
We're moving out. ETA to rendezvous point, 17 hours, 53 minutes.
Davis, get the Zephyr ready. We could be facing another extinction level event.
It's like one a year.
You're following his truck.
You know, I told him we wouldn't leave the base. I just didn't tell him the Zephyr was our base in the sky.
Nice, nice, nice. Wordplay. You won't see it that way, though.
Beast coming.
That's never what we expect. I hope we recognize it when we see it.
Oh, you probably won't. Oh, 1000% her now. They just got done talking about how they need a psionic emitter to repel them. And here she is humming along, which is probably how she controls them. If it's sound related. And again, I don't know why we called it a bird before. More bat imagery. One, it had bat wings. Two, sonic stuff. They're so bats. Sorry. That still is like, what eyes did you have when all that was going on? You're right. Never mind. Sorry. They weren't looking. They weren't seeing. They weren't even thinking during that scene. Anyway, sorry. Anyway. Oh. Oh, they're just showing it right now. They didn't even bother to drag that out. Holy shit. But I was spot on. That just goes to show just how well written all of this is. You can follow the breadcrumbs and piece it all together.
Have a seat.
Dude, relax.
The men are secure, sir. We're supposed to be at your headquarters.
Plane is our mobile headquarters. We're going wherever Sarge is going.
That is a stupid idea.
Enjoy the ride.
Yeah, you don't want to talk, then come along. You're coming with us. If you're not going to tell us why we shouldn't, then I guess we should just keep on with the plan. Want to keep playing all coy and vague and all of that?
Impressive, right? And that's not even my good side.
What?
This Coulson guy had my face? Not really.
You have the exact same DNA.
Doesn't matter.
There has to be a connection between you two. How old are you?
Not doing this.
Doing what?
Losing focus.
I wonder if he has the scar or not.
Only two questions that matter are how to stop the monster and how to survive if we fail.
Is that what happened to you? Everyone you cared about died?
The past doesn't matter.
I want to know.
They're gone, and now I'm gonna kill her.
Does she have a name?
S.H.I.E.L.D.
Is S.H.I.E.L.D.
And we're bringing her home. God, this sucks.
Just trying to decode the ship's communication system so we can contact our friends on Earth.
It's rare to meet kind beings in this universe. Most I meet are either fools or thieves.
Say that again.
That seems to be our luck.
The Dialis. They're made of stone, and they were stolen from my world millennia ago.
The monoliths.
Move beings through space and time and...
Monoliths.
Monolith?
You're talking about monoliths?
We've heard of those. We were told the Chronicoms kept them.
Oh. She's probing.
They were created to connect life together. But there's someone who had no interest in that. He murdered my crew.
Why is this person so intent on destroying you?
Because I know the truth about him.
Which one's telling the truth? Which one's the real evil? I mean, we saw her with the Shrike, unless the Shrike are not exactly what he thinks they are, but we're definitely getting two sides of the same story. You know, each one thinking themselves the hero in their scenario. But like the Simmons stopped Fitz from giving too much away about what they knew.
Your dude wasn't too thrilled to find out.
Let alone that they knew where they
First time
were.
I've ever heard you say that.
What, twitchy?
Well, now you know how the rest of us feel when we're talking to you. You can't let Sarge get to you, Mac. Everybody at S.H.I.E.L.D. believes in you.
Wish I could say the same. But my gut tells me there's a part of the plan that Sarge hasn't revealed.
It's Benson. He's sending a report.
What are you? Oh, his hidden stash, I guess.
Sorry, these are mine.
Oh, they're already shrike-ified.
Hi.
Yeah. And he's next.
What's that?
Oh, it's actually more of like a little dragon, kinda.
Some kind of pet?
It's a nice way to say it.
Yeah, I don't know how there's anything good about this. Yeah. I'm not sure how you could spin that, but I mean, it's still possible.
You're mine now.
Are you fucking kidding me?
He died, May. He died, and we buried him, and that was hard enough. And now this ass thing with his face showing up? I mean, is this some sort of sick cosmic joke?
I mean, one of many that's been played on y'all.
I don't believe a word he says.
I don't know why, but part of me feels like I could trust him.
Is it the face?
It's just a feeling.
Would you be saying that if he didn't have Coulson's face? I mean, really?
You don't know.
You ever hear the name S.H.I.E.L.D? Keeps popping up in his research. Something from Incan mythology.
Interesting.
Because I'm from South America, I must know something about Incan mythology. Is that her?
It's an ancient entity.
Oh my god, another ancient. Ancient.
Thousands of years ago, she escaped from the realm of fear and darkness.
Oh, sounds a little familiar to something we've dealt with before. Could that be related to the tear we saw in the lighthouse?
These look familiar to you?
Oh my, yep. It's all coming together.
The path of destruction wherever she went, destroying worlds looking for them.
Why?
That's the question we need to answer.
I love how we're piecing all this stuff together and how it's all been stuff that's been breadcrumbed all throughout. I mean, ever since the Monolith's introduction.
Deke, you okay?
Oh!
Jeez!
Oh!
It's not what it looks like.
You have a hickey.
Okay, it's a little what it looks like.
Well, at least she wasn't trying to murder him, I guess.
I've been heartbroken, and Snow Bunny...
Snow Bunny.
Snow what?
She said that my soul was like a butterfly that was just dying to escape, and you know what? That's exactly how I feel.
Yeah, but I think that actually means something different. This might just be a first course.
I like it better when you killed them. You said it was fixed.
It was.
Hey, hey.
Then why isn't it working?
It's held together by wires and sticky stuff. What did you expect?
I expect it to work. Fix it! Morning. Anyone hungry?
That turn.
I found these.
Please get those away from me.
Big ship, I'm sure it'll turn up. Yeah. If you don't mind, we're a little busy.
God, you should probably follow that lead, though.
Please, just once, by mistake.
It make you sick.
You have no idea.
You're being cagey again?
I saw you in a monkey outfit dancing. What do you mean by cagey
Wait,
again?
no, reverse on that other bit. What do you...
Monoliths, but they were destroyed. I thought it better not to mention anything before you arrived back on Earth.
How did they get on the base and how were they destroyed?
It's complicated.
Right.
Did provide us with a beautiful wedding venue.
But are they still destroyed in this timeline, or was that just in the last bit?
Looks like you married Mr. Perfect, doesn't it?
Are you jealous of yourself?
You loser.
I'm only ever going to be the replacement.
You do realize how ridiculous this sounds?
Yep, absolutely. In front of your wedding, mate.
Oh my god, dude. Real. What the fuck? Yeah, I knew he.
I mean, obviously, you know, it will be nothing compared to the second time.
What, it wasn't enough the first time?
Oh my god, dude! You can't. Let her win!
Concentrate on getting.
Fuck! There is no winning that conversation.
You need to turn this plane around!
S.H.I.E.L.D, is that what's scaring you?
We're not scared.
My ass.
We all have our demons, but this one we can kill.
But every time we get close, vanishes. Chronica 2 was the closest we came to stopping her. We took out her crew, we had her trapped, and then she was gone.
Interesting.
What's her motive?
Hatred for all living things.
What's yours?
Love.
Oof.
No, it's hate. That's my thing too. She took my family from me.
As a result of, okay, there. What family?
There's only one way to kill the beast.
A galaxy-hopping hate beast that eats planets, and you want to defeat her with a sword.
It's sharp. Feel it.
It's got to be something about the metal specifically.
Like me.
Whew.
There it is. Hacker, huh?
They wanted to keep some of their cards up their sleeves, but that did not work. For long, at least.
What's starting?
The end.
Oh my god! And they're just combining. Oh my god. It's like some kind of fucked up Fortress of Solitude. Well, I mean, crystalline structure. Whatever.
How does it work?
They're drawing their power from the Earth. When it's done, it will erupt into a swarm of those things, and the planet dies.
Want to call Mac and tell him the good news?
How do we stop this? We're trying to get a visual. I want to see what this thing looks like.
Until this beast woman appears, everyone should sit tight.
Has Sarge shared how he plans to take her out?
It's unclear. May or may not involve a magical sword.
He was like, what the fuck?
Sir, there's a large unidentified object approaching Earth's atmosphere.
Oh god, here she comes.
It's probably her.
I'll let Sarge know.
All right, try and make contact with that spacecraft.
Oh, what a bittersweet arrangement we're gonna have here, man. They're gonna be home, but
send or receive messages.
fuck.
Agent Isaac, I'll give you the coordinates where we're supposed to land.
No, but that's an excellent question. Where's S.H.I.E.L.D. disappeared to?
Too busy infecting the rest of the ship.
Have you seen S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Oh god, he's already gone too.
Was that strange?
They were born strange. Haven't you noticed?
Come on, Fitz. Be a little more self-aware than that.
How am I supposed to sit down knowing that we're all gonna die?
You gotta turn this plane around. At least tell your boss that you just got played.
What? Oh my god. Dude, why?
How are you gonna get close enough to kill her?
Plow straight into her tower. That will weaken her. Then when she lands and gets off her ship, right through the heart.
That's the plan. No wonder she always gets away.
Aw.
I have an insurance policy this time.
Well, that's a nice thing to say about me. Denting the universe once again.
I have no idea what that means.
Let's end this thing.
Yeah, what the fuck is the twist going to be, though? I feel like there's definitely something. Because they are playing with this perspective thing.
And tell me Sarge's plan isn't also pretend.
There's a plan. It's a little different now that we're on a plane, but it should still work.
Oh, he said we need to plow something into it, right? Are they gonna plow the plane into it? Or were they planning on like crashing the truck into it?
We're gonna take control of the plane.
How are we supposed to do that?
How are you supposed to do that?
Maybe you don't understand who you're dealing with.
Damn, you're a really big dude.
Oh, well, shit. She did put them right back. Goddamn. Let's go, yo-yo.
Killing this man just destroyed any chance of us letting you go.
If you don't turn this plane around right now, we're all dead.
Threats from a man in chains.
It's not us, it's Sarge.
Oh, he's finally going to spill the guts. Spill their guts.
Here's a weapon.
It's a nice, beautiful little day right there, man.
He's gonna wipe out everything down there, and we're flying right in the blast area.
Wait, what? I mean, whatever you gotta do to stop the entire planet from getting destroyed, I guess, then, right? Oh, lovely.
Where is it?
Pack squealed.
I'm gonna blow her ship, and her black tower of death into oblivion.
Where is it?
It's set to explode on impact.
Oh, God.
Snowflake, I'm sorry.
Wait, what?
You turned on the auto drive. You can't turn it off or slow the truck down. It was made to be a bomb delivery device. It's locked onto her tower.
Lovely.
We're in a truck that we can't stop, with a bomb that we can't find, with a girl who can't quake, and I gave up 10% of my company for the experience.
I'm so glad he's here.
If we fire on the ship, then do Sarge's dirty work.
Or we could just hope and pray that Deke figures out a way to deactivate the alien bomb.
Roll that dice. I'd take that bet.
Pat, move away from my jacket.
Oh. Oh no. Really? What an interesting little fallback plan. Dude, are you serious? What the fuck, man? That was badass.
You know what? Screw this. If we're gonna blow, we're gonna blow.
Just gotta be very careful, precise, and focused. Let's go, Deke. Did he find it? Let's go, Deke! People need to stop underestimating him.
I think the ship's landing.
I'm talking to you, Fitz.
Where is everyone?
Well, you haven't even met him yet, so sorry.
What's the call, sir? Standing by.
Okay, we are literally heading into a collision course right now. I just put that together. Fuck! God damn it. I knew that had to be coming soon. What the hell? Oh, hey! Little follow-up on him.
Isaiah, how are things on planet Leitner?
Still cooking with feces, but at least they have a home.
So you've heard.
Unfortunately.
Then you know why I contacted you.
Oh, he's getting a similar task.
We have more pressing concerns.
Leopold Fitz and Gemma Simmons. I will gather a force to find them and bring them back.
Oh my god.
Necessary.
Okay.
We do not need their bodies.
We just need their brains.
We have their brains.
Oh. Wait, we have their brains? They made a copy of their minds. That's unfortunate. What a wild episode, man. Obviously, only half of this little section of the story. But I do like that they didn't hide. I mean, honestly, I kind of feel like it would be more interesting if they did kind of hold their hand back a little bit more about the reveal of S.H.I.E.L.D. to be like, oh, here. So that there's still a couple of more holes in the whose side should we really be on kind of thing. Because you could really still kind of paint it. I mean, you really still can. And this is, I mean, right now, seemingly still very weighted towards Sarge's side of this. Even though he's still holding so many things back, it's just he's so far down the other road of trying to stop this at all costs. And as we've seen with our team and with how we've gone about everything in the past, we're not willing to trade or sacrifice lives. You know, even if it would prevent greater loss and destruction. Because like you said, it was like, yeah, if we don't stop her here, the entire planet dies, and not just this planet, but many, many others. But also, we still don't really necessarily know the full story here. We've got some ancient sculptures and hieroglyphs and artifacts that have told a story of this entity, or a version of this entity that I guess has visited Earth before. I mean, I guess that might make sense with the monoliths and stuff and their history on our planet. And they're a key part of her plan for whatever is to come, for, whatever she's trying to do or accomplish. But there's so many gaps and holes just left out for us to not exactly know what the big picture is, between Coulson's like contingency plans, why he's actually doing all of this. He says it was family, hate, revenge or whatever, but it's hard to trust anything he says right now. And until again, it could be very much so the same but different side of the coin situation with her and him, with the Shrike and what she's doing, like this terrible evil, but for a greater good. Like they still could do a flip of where what she's doing is actually, from her point of view, better for the universe. It could be, I don't know. I'm so interested to see where this goes, but because it is Coulson, and like they called out, because the whole time they're playing around with should we trust him at all, and at every turn he's got a backup plan, a contingency plan. He's holding things back, he's not telling us the truth, and it's really easy to, at face value, especially having lost a bunch of people to this infection, to just immediately see that as something evil. But what if it's not exactly what it seems? Or, like I said, like it is still like this horrific thing that is happening, but there's like, I don't want to say altruistic, but maybe like a, I don't know, greater good situation there on the other side of it for her as well. But then again, she's been, taking his words at face value. She's been planet hopping, looking for these things, and every time she can't find them, she destroys it, ravages it, and wipes it out for whatever reason, and is still trying to, locate these stones. She went to Chronica 2 because that's where she had heard they were last, held, and turns out they were on Earth. But like Gemma says, they've been destroyed. She didn't want to tell her that because she still wanted to be delivered to Earth. So what is I honestly, I can't remember between the two timelines which one they got destroyed in. Obviously, it was this one. Right, it had to have been this one. It could have only have been this one. When we came back to do all of this, that was the first thing that happened with oh my god, why am I blanking on her name right now? Hale. When they sent that bomb in to blow it up. Or was that the Chronicoms? I can't remember. Whatever. Anyway. No, yeah, it was the device that they took back to the base, and they stored it in the same room as the monoliths, and it got detonated in an attempt to kill them, but then it ended up failing to do so. But it did destroy all three monoliths, because I remember in the original timeline, I was like, oh yeah, we still didn't really know what any of those do because we had the reveal of the third one. And then we played around with all that. So yeah, this timeline, they have been seemingly destroyed. And then they also went about making sure to destroy whatever remnants were left over after the fact to prevent any more tampering. If I'm remembering all these correctly. So what's she going to do once she even finds out that they don't exist anymore? That's going to be interesting. But I'm excited to see how this all pans out, man. Deacon Snowflake, that whole thing was an interesting little play. She didn't cut him open, because I thought that was going to be what they interrupted, was him almost like on the cusp of being flayed. I thought they were going to walk in on that, but no, they were actually going to go to town, it seemed like. Or maybe both. Maybe she was going to get a little bit of that and then do the deed. Who's to say with her, man? But now that Sarge just discarded her, she's been way more zeroed in and, helpful. But Deke found the bomb here in the truck, and we're working on disarming that, getting that out of here. Fitz and Simmons have no way to contact anybody else or to let anybody know that they are on this ship and that they're on their way. And they haven't figured out what's going on that ship to begin with her taking over everybody there. Every non-Terran, at least. But yeah, there's some chicanery afoot. And then you got the Chronicom plot in the background as well that we didn't really step away from. I didn't expect to see Enoch again this soon, but I guess it would also make sense. But then again, they're still trying to solve time travel, and if they know they need the monoliths to do that? Are they going to go to Earth after them as well and eventually lead them there also, even if they don't need their minds? What they eventually find out on how to do it, it still requires that, right? So, like, I don't know. We're not done with that, man. But then they, after hooking them up to that machine, and made a copy of their consciousness so they can just kind of parade around, it seems. All right, man. That's all I got for right now. Let's head over to Patreon. We got Katie B. Max turned out to be quite the opportunist, taking up Deke's 2% offer like that, although maybe blackmail is a better word for it. I don't blame him. With how successful Deke's business is, I would set aside my morals and take that offer as well. It's more that he's like, he knows Deke's been messing around with stuff and also stealing their tech. So he's also kind of being like, okay, you can keep doing, I'm not going to ruin your business, but if you're going to use our products, our technology, maybe we can at least use that to fund S.H.I.E.L.D. I don't know that I would say Mac did it specifically for himself, but taking that money, and since it is S.H.I.E.L.D. property, to back and fund S.H.I.E.L.D. in a different source through Deke, I think that's fair. I think that's very smart of him. But I'd take that too either way. Speaking of Deke, him and Snowflake. Who would have guessed? He seems completely flattered by her low-key death threats. As far as rebounds go, he's found an interesting one. I mean, hey, she's fine as hell, but she is also cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Though, after all of this, she seems to have kind of been a little elated, or like settled down a little bit for the time being. But yeah, I was wondering if she was going to, I mean, I still wonder if she was going to do that had they not interrupted, if she was still going to cut him open after she got her side of it done. Speaking of relationship troubles, Fitz has entered his jealousy era, and he's jealous of himself. That might be a new one for the history books. Honestly, I'm not really surprised. That seems like something even Fitz would be kind of, I feel like if I was in his shoes too, I'd probably be the same way. As annoying as and irrational as it might seem. If only knew how absolutely miserable season 5 Fitz was, with all the way up with his crumbling ceiling, decided to take him out of that misery. True. Season 5 Fitz was even downtrodden at his own wedding with his "I don't deserve you, Gemma" BS, and spent their honeymoon time-trapped in a cell after losing his mind. Then spent their official honeymoon being held at gunpoint while forced to help bring about the end of the world. This Fitz dodged a massive bullet. Maybe if he knew all the suffering he'd missed, he'd be a little less jealous. I think if he knew half of those details, you might feel a little bit better. Not that their current situation is much better. Fitzsimmons once again find themselves unintentionally helping another planetary threat. S.H.I.E.L.D. doesn't scream monster in the way that Sarge described her, but that doesn't make her any less dangerous. She seems strangely maternal towards these bats. I don't care if the show calls them birds, they're bats. I'm with you. Or at least little itty bitty dragons, because it looked a little more dragon-like. Certainly not bird. Bird is the last thing I think of when I see these things. Anyway, mother of dragons? How about mother of S.H.I.E.L.D? Who do you trust more in this situation, Sarge or S.H.I.E.L.D? And do you think there's any connection between Sarge S.H.I.E.L.D.'s feud and Sarge looking for Coulson? You know, I really don't know. I'm really torn. Like, it's really easy to be like, oh, she's this ancient mythological creature or entity that's been foretold about or whatever, and she controls these things, but she was also worshipped in a way, but she was also, I don't know. I feel like they pointed out, it's like, do you actually trust him because you trust him, or do you trust him because he's got Coulson's face? I would not be shocked if Sarge is the one that is the least trustworthy in this situation, even though S.H.I.E.L.D. is very much so, while not following in the footsteps of the way she's being described, what she's doing is still seemingly monstrous. So I feel like it's a little too, I don't know, they're really trying to point us one way or the other, but I feel like because it's Coulson, they really want to disarm us a lot. And I'm kind of leaning more towards, I kind of want to say I might trust S.H.I.E.L.D. more than Coulson right now. In better news, it looks like Fitz's very best friend Enoch's not out of the picture yet, but what do you think of all this setup with the Chronocoms 4? Well, he's reaching out to his other fellow archaeologist ones, like he was tasked on for seeing the evolution of mankind on Earth. He's reached out to some of the other ones on different planets that were posed to do the same thing so they could try to rebuild their planet, while the other ones are just gung-ho on whatever the fuck they're trying to do. Obviously, because they got... It's like the Jor-El-Zod dichotomy, like where he's more about the science, more about the planning, more about the peaceful approach, while they're just like gung-ho on by any means necessary, we're going to save our race, you know, and they're trying to invade their mind to kind of go about it. But I don't know, in the end, how that plays into the grand scheme of things right now, I'm not really sure. So we'll just have to wait and see about that one, man. We also got Noodle to Foodle in here asking, this episode is great and the first part of a great two-parter. Lot to love about this episode. What was your favorite part / moments, and where do you think all these different situations and plot lines are heading for next? That last part, I don't know if I can really answer right now. I think there's enough disinformation floating around to really honestly go. I feel like it could go anyway. But as far as my favorite part in the episode, it's gotta be walking in on Deke and Snowflake going at it. Dude, because like if anything too, because he does have this crush on, and while they're not together or anything like that, and they haven't really entertained that idea at all, we know how he feels about Daisy. And then there's that, and her catching him in that is not helping his chances any more than he has been up until this point. Christopher Simeon here. Do you feel Fitz is being unreasonable, or is his jealousy of himself justified? I think it's both. It's weirdly both, because it's him, but it's also not him. It just highlights a lot of his just ingrained insecurities and his lack of getting to be there with her, and it plays upon the stuff that he's gone through again with her when she was trapped off on that other planet or whatever, spending her time with the astronaut and whatnot. It's just all these different things, and about a version of himself that now he's kind of putting on a pedestal in his own mind, because she's already done these things with himself, and now he's got to live up to whatever those expectations are. And I get it. It's one of those crazy things, but I honestly, if I was in his position, I might also. It's not that it's unreasonable or not irrational, but it is. I get it. I'm not surprised at all, honestly, that he's jealous of himself of all people. Let's see. Then back for another one, we have Silver Tier Moon. Fitzsimmons is back on Earth. Yay! We know S.H.I.E.L.D is the Shrike creator. Boo! Yeah, that's what I was talking about. I was like, they didn't hold back on that reveal at all, which I kind of respect, but I kind of wish they might have held off on it. But then again, who knows? We got to wait and see how it plays out. Maybe I'll feel differently once we get the whole picture. Got ahead of myself a few episodes ago, but yeah, Lemon Snowflake is a thing. And ew! What do we call this ship? Deke Flake? Snow Deke? Lemon Bunny? Yeah, I'm not sure which one I would go with. Either I'd probably go Snow Deke or Deke Flake if I had to go with any of the suggestions. But yeah, what is S.H.I.E.L.D going to do when she finds out the monoliths were destroyed? That's a very good question. She seems very much so that a lot of her motivations for all of what she's been doing is to get to the monoliths. For whatever reason, to restore her power or something like that, as she said. And yeah, that's a very good question. I don't have a good answer for you right now. It's also good to see Mac and Yo-Yo talking again. I agree. I love the scenes that we got with them, and also getting to see her put, Sarge's crew in their places, at least seemingly for the time being. Strikes are not a part of the balanced breakfast. I'd stick with the Trippy Puffs. Thank you very much. Very true. Yes. Give me the Puffs all day over the Shrikes. So Sarge had a family. Huh? Can't wait to hear more about that. Yeah, I need to know more about his past, or at least what he thinks is his past. Watching the tower form makes me think of a bloody and evil version of formation of the Superman's Fortress of Solitude. Yes, as I called out as well. It gave me the same vibes. Sarge is such an asshole, but good goddamn Clark does a great job reminding us that Sarge may look like Coulson, but they are two very different personalities. And just showing like Clark Gregg's range and just his ability to slip and slide in and out of these personas, man. So well done. Both episodes 8 and 9 and 12 and 13 are 2-part cliffhangers this season. Good to know, but again, we'll still be going these one at a time to savor the ride. The biggest news I meant to share last week came from 2 weeks ago at NYCC. There was an Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. reunion panel at the con. I am aware. I didn't watch it though, but I saw a couple of clips from it, featuring Chloe, Ming-Na, and Clark. I won't link because it does mention the season 7 spoilers, and I'll be damned if I let my favorite season get spoiled for you. However, not only were the trio talking about the history and the legacy of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., there were also questions about rebooting the series and would they be interested if Marvel called. Clark was very passionate about the show, its legacy, and its potential if brought back, as well as both sides of the Marvel coin, the connections to the movies and early seasons, the amazing stories crafted by the writers once the MCU quietly distanced himself from the show, combined with the panel and the interview at the same weekend with Brad Winderbaum. Yeah, that's got me. That definitely piqued my interest. That little Brad interview where he states he's recently rewatched all seasons of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and is a big fan and would love to find a way to square up the continuity during the multiverse saga to bring Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Agent Carter into full canon status. What do you think? Should S.H.I.E.L.D. get a reboot? And should some of the characters be integrated into the MCU through other means? Or should Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. be left alone to preserve its legacy? Anyway, see you next weekend and happy watching. No, I think it should be fully given the respect it should have always had and be inducted into the MCU canon. Find a way, and I don't want it, like if they can find a way, because they also, I think the interviewer that Brad was talking to had mentioned that he's got a whole headcanon thing about how to map out Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. within the MCU canon as it currently exists. And he was like, send me that. I remember seeing something along those lines. So I think the intention and the attention should be, or at least I would want it to be, because right now, like I said before, I still feel like based on what we've seen so far, it's seemingly, I'm going to hold on to seemingly until we get to the very end and see how all of this resolves. But right now, seemingly, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. post season 5 seems to be very firmly rooted in a different timeline. And hell, it technically is, considering the fact that we learned that their time travel didn't necessarily send them into their own time stream. Deke is proof of that they didn't necessarily erase the previous timeline. They just went to a new timeline or created a new timeline. So we know that's a possibility. So they may have originated in 616, but through the course of their shenanigans, maybe they left it. And at what point? Anyway, all that's to say is there's a way. And if they were to do this, I would prefer it to be them. I would prefer them to find a way to make it as if the show has always been and the characters return to or remain in the main MCU timeline, 616, as it is erroneously defined in the films and the shows and all of that as such. So that I don't want to be like, oh, we've gone to Earth, blah, 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 and now they're on 616, or they're over there, now they're here. Unless it's, I want the Coulson that died in Loki, as always intended, to be the one that died in this timeline, but didn't die, but is still here, and this all played out there. I want this to be canon to the 616. If they can find a way to reconcile everything that happens in the show with that, that's what I would want. And I do think it deserves to be that. And I would love to see like a little reunion thing if they can bring it back around to do whatever they're going to do with that. I don't know who survives the show, who's all around by the end. I think with this Coulson's thing, my speculation and my theory is that he's actually Coulson, not a doppelganger, not whatever. Maybe pulled out of time, maybe re-healed, revived, or who knows what magical chicanery brought him back this time around. But I think he's our Coulson somehow. Maybe in a similar way that Fitz is, where he's the replacement for one that died. You know, the Coulson from that loop died, but this Coulson maybe, I don't know. There's a lot of different ways they could kind of take that. either way, all that's to say is I would love to see them revisit the show. I would love to see them find a way to kind of carry it on, give it its due, and bring it into the fold proper, not as Earth, whatever the fuck, from Multiverse of Madness, where we got to see the X-Men, or where Monica Rambeau ended up, where, oh, you want the X-Men? Well, they're over on that universe, or the Fox X-Men people are over on that universe, you know? I want them to be firmly as they were intended to be from our timeline. So I hope that's what happens in the end, if they revisit that. But that Brad interview, most certainly right on the cusp of that reunion too, right around that same time frame. It smells like something might be brewing, and I hope it is. I hope it is. But we'll just have to wait and see, guys. We'll have to wait and see. Anyway, guys, that's all I got for this one. I'm going to leave it there and pass it off to you. Sound off in the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. Hope you enjoyed the reaction. If it did, leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if not already. Remember, if you want to see the full-length reaction, as always, you can check it out over on Patreon. Over there, you also get to get early access and submit your own comments, questions, and fun facts for me to read at the end of these episodes. And as speaking of, before we go, I want to shout out Angela Burr, Adriana Maley, and Lily Chan-san. Thank you guys so much for your continued support and becoming saviors here on the channel, helping sponsor and support the rescues that have been taken care of here at the office. You guys have been a tremendous help. And as always, I want to give you a special thank you to all of our channel legends. Thank you guys so much for all of your additional support. It means the world to us over here, and it helps us do so much of what we do over here. And all you guys over on Patreon as well. And thank you guys over here on YouTube, because without y'all, we wouldn't even be here. That's it for this video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everybody.